Hello folks, McIntyre here.
Hey, I want to show you something that is new with the Molly Mac Pack. But before I do that, I've got to change my battery.
Hello folks, McIntyre here.
I want to show you something I've done to change the way we put stiffeners in a Molly Mac Pack. Here's a Molly Mac Pack with the shoulder straps and a waist belt on one side, and you put your Molly pouches on the other side. In the edge binding we have carbon fiber stays. Been using that for quite a while, but I've done it slightly different. Over here on this one, here's the Molly panel. We haven't got the belt attached. One little thing I'm doing different is that I've got this separate piece for weaving the belt onto the Molly array. But what you'll notice is that on this one, the edges have no stiffener. Instead, we have two aluminum stays. Now, this is where the belt goes, down here, and this is the side that the belt goes against. So you see the whole thing is held up adequately by these aluminum stays. You can bend them if you need to, or you can leave them flat. I would recommend bending them only when you know exactly what you want to do with them. But you see, when we have the belt on the pack, woven on the pack, these stays will be right in the middle of the belt, right against your back. You could easily put a little lumbar bend one way and then the other way. Wouldn't take much at all. But it doesn't do much. It doesn't add much at all to the weight. It's almost equivalent. And I eliminate the carbon fiber stays in the sides. I also eliminate the aluminum stay across the top. And the result is, well, I like it. So there you have it. There's a couple of other little changes. I'll show you them later. But this one, I think, will make a difference. This particular pack is going to a customer in Australia who has back problems. He's getting the first one. I thought that was appropriate. So he'll be the one to give us some feedback and let us know how much difference it makes to him. And we'll be glad to hear from him. So there you have it. Thank you very much. Just by way of credits, I want to tell you that this idea of using the stays like this, well, first, Hoganator used a stay that ended about right here, just a lumbar stay. He had 3 of them shoved down into the belt. But over the past couple of years, West Virginia, Dave Elliott, WV, has been using something very similar to this. Now, this is a pack with only 10 rows. Normally we have 2 more rows on the PALS array. It's 4 inches tall, or 3 inches taller. But he's been using one very similar to this with slightly heavier aluminum stays. The other person I'd like to credit is Fordog, who strongly suggested that I try this, and I told him, hey, that's interesting, you should say that, because WV has been talking to me about the very same thing. The original Molly Mac Pack had these same stays, but they went straight down the outer columns. They weren't integrated into the belt, into the lumbar area like this is when it swaps sides here, when it goes down one column and jumps into the other. So that's what's going to make a big difference, in my opinion. So thank you to WV, thank you Fordog, thank you Hoganator, and thanks folks for supporting Molly Mac Pack.